We are live again, guys.
There we go.
Hopefully now everything is fine, everything is sorted. And let me check on YouTube if it is okay now.
We are
Yeah,
up, mate.
yeah.
We
It's
are
fine now.
live.
It's fine, yeah. Sorry, guys, for this technical difficulties. Software was not working good, but now I think everything is fine. So let's just continue with the stream. Here I have US 30. As you guys know, I am trading NAS 100 and US 30 only. US 30 is going up for now. As you can see, we are making high highs from here. So I do think this is our next stop. And now you have to, you know, now you have to place yourself in a way then you can catch this wave. You cannot, blindly enter it here or I mean, you cannot do the things without the plan. I have given you the direction, and I'm not, using any rocket science. If you can see, it is just going, in a wave. So I can expect maybe price will continue to the upside based on this behavior that we have right here. So our history is telling us we are going up. So now we have to put ourselves in a place where we can catch a buy. Okay, let me draw some areas. We have some fair value gap here. So we have one option, price came here, and then you can take your buys. Of course, don't take the aggressive buys right here. Wait for some pattern, wait for some slowdown, then you can plan your entries. And other thing that can happen, just impulse to the upside and then maybe a little bit of pause. You can execute this way. And the I think third thing can happen, just liquidate this move and then again gain back the momentum and then you can plan the trade. These are the three things I will be looking for today on US 30. NAS 100, we are at the good area, but unfortunately we didn't tapped. And it was not even my time to trade. My time is NYSE open. So this is my first area to go long from. If that didn't tapped, I will look for some consolidation and place myself in buys, and I think we have a plenty of range to target. I am expecting this resistance to be broken. As you can see, this is a resistance area. So we are seeing some momentum right here. If this is broken, where the price can rest, I think this is the first fair value gap. Let's go to the bigger time frame to see more clear picture of this. Yeah, this is the fair value gap. I think this can be the next stop for price. So now we have to place ourselves in buys and we have to find a area where we can enter the buys. I think first area is this if price fail to tap, and that is it's also the similar scenario with an S100. Tapping here, good, we can take buys. Liquidating, regaining the momentum, we can take buys. Continuing the momentum, retesting this area, maybe little bit of price action, then we can buys. We have three scenarios right here. Let's see what market is gonna give us today. So we have to wait. We still have almost 1 hour left for the markets to open. I'm talking about NYSE, guys.
Mhm. New
Okay.
York.
Yeah. So I know markets are moving. It is open, but New York Stock Exchange hasn't opened yet. So it is 8 p.m. my time. So I have to wait for 1 hour. I can draw my areas here and there. So these are my areas. So these are the scenarios that I will be looking for. And I think this last scenario can be the trendline liquidity. If price decide to liquidate this trend line and gain back the momentum, that will also be good. I wanted to liquidate a little bit more, maybe somewhere around here. Yeah, this area.
Mm. That
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 would be
also
good.
seems like a good area to
Yeah.
me.
So these are some areas I will be looking for. I'm not going to be aggressively taking entries. Whenever it comes to my area, I will be looking for some pause so that I can get confidence. Yes, this level may can hold. So this is the game plan for today. Let's see what price is gonna do now. I can just plan my trade, just make a plan, and when price comes to my area, then I can act accordingly. If I see some pattern that I have seen in past, okay. So that is my game plan.
Looks good, mate. Looks good.
Yeah, Rich, you has I think you trade London also, so maybe you might have taken some trades.
I was in a GU short just before we start losing
Okay,
all
let's see what
momentum.
you did today.
So I had a quick little short movement over here. So if I just switch that off. So basically, I'm going to use the replay tool to over.
Sandy. Hello, Sandy. How are you?
So we basically had this swing structure over here where we started. This was the high of the day, which was also the Tokyo session. So price created the high of the day, started putting some nice volumetric candles in relation to the previous candles that we had during the Tokyo session. Price came down nicely. When it had an opportunity to try and push up again, it failed. It started pushing lower, yet again carried on pushing lower, took the Tokyo low, and from this point over here, it looked as though it was going to attempt to break this recent swing structure, which it didn't. I got in a little bit late, unfortunately, but the point still stands that I was looking for price to continue going lower because we were printing lower highs and lower lows. If this was the high, this is a lower high, this is the low, this is a lower low. So my idea is just follow what the trend is showing. The trend is showing you that we're going down, so I'll trade that. So what I did was I took a entry point on the 5 minute. So I waited for this candle over here. It had a nice little wick. I thought, okay, this is not what I'm thinking is good for me. I don't like the idea that it had this big wick in relation to the body, but I was confident that we were not going to test this high point here yet again. So I was looking for sells. Initially, I was going for
So
a
this was
one.
a kind of base type of thing that you normally trade for you, maybe.
Almost slightly different, slightly different. I'm changing, not changing, I'm adapting my live strategy a little bit and trying to get more trades for the live stream than I would normally get with my rally-based rally within my time
Okay.
frame. So I have an
Okay.
hour and a half on stream, and I just don't always get the rally-based rally. So I've decided to incorporate just a trending, a different strategy. And anyway, what happened was we immediately wicked lower. Then we had this indecision candle. I started thinking, oh, I don't really like this. We came down to down here, and I was at this point I was on a 1 to 2 because my stop loss was just above the wick. So I was like, okay, this is the 1 to 1. I'm going to close it here. I did not like the wickiness of these candles, the way that they were wicking. I just did not like it all that much. So I just decided to go for a 1 to 1 in this case, which was over there. And then from there on, price didn't close below this low point. It did swing lower, but it didn't close below it. And from there on, it just absolutely started climbing a little bit up and a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down. And it just carried on like this the whole day now. So as you can see, we were just ranging for the whole day. And only now does it seem like we're getting like volumetric candles that wants to do something. So this was a very, very quick 1 to 1 that I took on stream. It was on this one over here. There's the entry point. Ooh. There's the entry point over there for a sell. There's the 1 to 1 that I took on this one with the stop loss being just above this candle wick over here. It would have wicked me out by, I think, like 1 pipette if I left it. But I believe I would have closed it somewhere over here for a slight little loss, seeing as we were starting to get these volumetric upward candles, and we would have broken this recent swing point over here. So I take every swing point that follows up recently as a point of interest. So if I just remove that, I remove this. This swing point over here is now a new one. So this is a low. This is an equal low. So this is also a swing point over here. So this would have been a lower low in relation to this one over here. this is now a new high swing in relation to the previous one. So we're getting this kind of action down, but now we're starting to push up. Now, obviously, I don't know about this movement here. I don't know what's going to follow here, but what I can see is that this area down here is an equal low, and we've created a higher low in relation to not only this area over here, but a slightly higher one in relation to this one over here. So it's starting to show that there's the potential for it to start turning higher. But yeah, it's one of those consolidation days where it's just not. Oh, I can probably exit the replay. It's just consolidating. This would have been a lovely normal trade, like a 1 to 2, but the candle wicks here did not give me any confidence of that happening. And if I go towards the left as well, you'll also see that this area over here was an area of interest that just got wicked, and that's roughly the area where we had the low of the day as well. So we were consolidating here, and only now that after this ranging area over here, did we decide, okay, we're going to start breaking up, retest, and continue. But we're not breaking proper good structure. This is the only one that we've broken recently. Is this the swing point over here was broken and closed, and then the consolidation down here was eventually broken through as well. But other than that, I'm not trading anymore today. I am done. Just this one little trade is fine. And then I tried a trade on EU as well on my personal account. This one ended up being a loss. I entered somewhere over here, and my stop loss was 5 pips, somewhere over there. My take profit was 10, which would have been somewhere over there within the bottom area. Same idea. Price printing lower high in relation to the high of the day, breaks a recent low over here, closes straight through it, creates yet another low, another lower low, lower high, and so on and so forth. And then I was waiting for an opportunity to actually get in. I should have gotten in over here. Anywhere on this candle is where I should have gotten in, as per my rules normally. Because you've already got the lower high here, you've got the break, and then the lower low. And when it comes back and it creates a new lower high, then you can choose the close of that candle to enter as an example. And then I could have ridden this trade down. However, I waited and waited and waited, and eventually I got in over here. And then we just had this triple bottom, this low, and this low over here. And I just decided, I decided way too long to get into this trade. Started pulling back, and on the close of this candle, this nice bullish one over here, I decided to close it. I don't regret closing it. I regret getting in as late as I did into this trade. Because like I said, I generally wait for one break, so a high area to be created, a low to be broken, which was broken over here, and a new structure to be created, so a structure shift. In this case, high, low, lower low, break, and then wait for a candle that proves that it wants to continue going lower. So if we have an attempt to try and push higher, this candle could have been it. This bullish candle over here, and then the follow-up bearish candle. I could have taken a trade there and looked for something like this as an example, which would have been a lovely trade. But this is generally when we start the stream. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. And then on top of that, with the fact that we went into consolidation now, which is this whole section over here is now just consolidation, I haven't looked for another trade since. But yeah, that
Perfect.
is
Perfect analysis. Very detailed way you explained everything. I really liked it.
It's a very simple way of trading, mate. It's like you're looking for the medium structure within the day, within a specific session. I know from my back testing that this section during, just after Tokyo and going into London, and then the first hours of London generally provide me with my best trades. Today was just not one of those days. We're just consolidating at the moment. GU.
You will be doing your best of 3 today, or you already won 2 trades?
No. Today I've only got the one stream trade, and then the GU trade for the stream trade, and the EU trade for my personal account. With the consolidation, I'm done. You need to know when to kind of like walk away and say, you know what, this is not it for me today. I'm not going to search for anything else. I was
Yeah.
looking at the potential on US like NAS. It's
That is a
broken
really
high.
powerful thing that you just mentioned. Like you are not looking at charts, this is not the market condition that you want to get involved with. That really takes time, guys, if in trading, when you know when not to trade.
Yeah.
You have really explained it really well. I hope you are taking notes, guys.
Yeah, as it stands right now, NAS had this. You can call it consolidation, where it was just hopping between two areas constantly. We have had the break, which is a high break. It's the most recent high swing. This was the most recent high swing. It broke it here. This swing point over here was also broken. Not close though, just broken. So what I would like to see is I want to see this low down here respected, and I want to see this high up here retested. So if this is a swing high and this one is the swing low, it has to be respected. So price must either create this now as a higher low and then start showing its propensity to try and push higher to come and retest this high up here if I'm to look for a buy of any sort on NAS. Now, normally, let's say hypothetically, I were to enter a trade right here, my NAS would look something like this. This is what I would look for. It's a 1 to 2. I always trade 1 to 2s on my personal account and on my prop firm account. 1 to 2s. This is what I would have looked for. So I'm banking on the idea that price is going to break and close above this swing point over here. That's if I take the entry point down here. However, if we have a much deeper pullback, so this low that's over here is not a low, and it starts pushing a little, it starts attempting to push higher and then starts pushing lower, then I have no interest in buying, because this structure that's here is now a high. This is a lower or higher low in relation to this one, but this would then be a lower high. And that means that we now, instead of having an upward structure, we're now starting to print lower structure. So I would just not participate in it at all.
Yeah, makes sense. Even if you see on the 1 hour, it is consolidating. It is at the 50-50 range right now. We can either impulse to the upside now or impulse to the downside, but
Yeah,
we have to
that is
wait.
true.
Yeah, I would not like to get involved in this kind of market unless I see a beautiful thing that I've seen, maybe hundreds of times. And what I mean by that is simple kind of an impulse and a pullback. Right now we are ranging. I want to see impulse either to the downside or to the upside, and then of course a follow through of that momentum that will make me interested in this move. But I am looking at GU, and GU is looking really good based on the current behavior that it is following. And what do I mean by that? It is just impulse, and it is just giving you a correction, and it is just impulsing and again giving you a correction. So I'm seeing another impulse, as I think, I don't know, maybe it is five wave thing. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, it is a fifth wave that I'm expecting, and I do think GU can continue to the upside. And I'm placing a stop loss below this 200 EMA on the 1 hour. It can take maybe a day or two to play. This trade really looks good for the long side because the momentum is really good.
So 200 EMA. Okay. All right. Now I see. I see where you're looking at it.
Yeah. This kind of behavior is really good. Whenever I see it, I like this kind of behavior. My eyes kind of has seen this thing happened a lot of time in past. So I'm used to this behavior, seeing this kind of behavior on charts. This is on GU. So let's do some analysis on gold today. I don't trade gold, guys, but let's do analysis for you.
I mean,
Okay.
we don't have any news today, right? No, we've
Yeah,
got zero news. So
we don't
this
have
is
any
just
news. We
anticipation
have
for
only
what's happening later in the
euro
week.
holiday.
Yeah, but it's in Italian. It's just one bank, so it's just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Italian.
exactly. Yeah. All right. So right now we have broken the structure, but seeing this candle, it is not good, man. Let's go to the weekly to see what is going on. Okay, weekly we have a fair value gap right here. So this low can be a liquidity move on the larger time frame, which is this low. Now let's do some other technical analysis. What can be the other technical analysis? Let's draw some levels. Let's draw a trend line
Lens.
and let's go to the 4 hour now. Yeah, I think this can be a good trade. Once weekly fair value get tapped, little bit of consolidation. I think you can get aggressive buys right here also because you have couple of confirmations. This 200 EMA weekly fair value gap, and I think we have a support and resistance type of level also. And I think you can draw Fibonacci also. You can count couple of confluences here if you draw a Fibonacci. I think there will be some 61 area that people consider a golden zone. So I'm just imaginary drawing like this. Let's do it for you. Okay, this is 6618. Okay, somewhere around here you can plan for buys. I'm seeing a little bit of pause before move that can of course take gold higher. And of course it doesn't mean that it has to do this only. It can give
Mm.
you impulse to the upside also. So you have to act accordingly. And how will you can get in bias once you see impulse a breakout. Then of course you can see some pullbacks, and then you can enter your trade like this. This can be your target. So these are a couple of scenarios. So one scenario can be this, other
So you're
scenario
saying
can be,
all-time highs.
yeah, again all time highs. What is this? I didn't even notice it was all
Yeah,
time high.
it's the double top all-time highs from a while ago.
Yeah, it is all time high. Once it is broken, I think it is gonna go bullish only. It was just a pullback, and I know many people go in the wrong side of the market. They might be shorting it. Yeah, they can see some profits, but overall, if you see, it is just consolidating, go up, and even in past consolidating up. This behavior is very common for gold. So if you are planning for a short move on gold, I will say not to hold it for a long time,
Yeah.
because this consolidation is gonna be broken to the upside. I've seen it happening a lot, and you can even see the data. Data doesn't lie. Consolidation move up, consolidation move up, consolidation move up, consolidation move up. So that is what I'm seeing on gold. And GU looking very interesting. Okay, we are. I think this trend line, once it closed above, buying will be good. Once we close above this, definitely buying will be good. And even if you wanna, trade aggressively, you can enter somewhere around here, but your stop loss should be below this 200 EMA in case it acted like a dynamic support.
Mm.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it price do take this as a dynamic support, as you can see here. Of course, it doesn't do it 100% of the time, but you can see some kind of reaction from this area. On NAS 100 and US 30, it really follows well. Once it is below the
That's
200,
like the
yeah,
EMAs.
exactly. Once it is below the 200, you can look for sells. It is above, look for buys. It can test this,
Well, I mean,
but
it's not that simple. It's not just like if it's above buy, below sell.
yeah,
Other
I mean,
confluences that
you can add some confluence. Of course,
yeah,
you
yeah.
you should not do the things blindly.
But it
You
does like
can,
following the
yeah,
trend ever so slightly.
yeah. And
So
some people don't have, if you're a beginner and you are having trouble in seeing the trend, you can apply 200 EMA. Let me remove the 51. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to see the trend, you are confused in marking your higher highs and higher lows. Which high or which low should I mark? You can use this as a confluence. Okay, so Like for an example, if some people is considering this as a break off structure, this they might be seeing as a lower high. But as a beginner, this can be a mistake because market sometimes, once you see this kind of nature, it just cover back. But this you will know with experience. So you can just plot this 200 EMA and you can just follow the recent trend. Right now we are printing higher highs. I do see we can see a pullback somewhere close to 200 before moving up. I see this. But GU is making me interesting. GU is looking interesting today. I'm not really a forex guy, but this GU trade is really making me interested. I'm trying to go back to pair. Okay, this was the pair. Yeah,
So
this
we've
I'm
got
not really. Yeah,
we've got that consolidation slowed down like
yeah,
on the lower time frames, and like you're showing here on the higher time frames, the hourly and the 4 hourly, we're having that convergence where it's coming closer to, it's converging to a point, and then from that point it decides where it wants to go. Now the
exactly.
interesting thing is it could literally just sell off from here, like
Yeah,
after,
exactly. It can fail. This pattern can fail also.
because it's a descending flag, so it
Yeah,
could,
yeah.
it, the bottom of the descending flag could fail. So I
To
like the
confirm
idea.
it, yeah, to confirm it, you have to wait for a closure above, and then
Yes.
it can support. Trend is strong. EMA is holding, and this higher high can be. Always there is 50-50 of chance. Of playing a trade. So 50% of the time it can go down, 50% of the time it can go up. Of course, if you're a beginner, you can expect 50% win rate. But if you get a little bit experience, you see some patterns, and then you can increase your win rate with your experience and with your data. So I've seen this kind of pattern does play out, and how I will position myself in this if we close above this. That is it. I will love to enter along here. I'm not a forex guy, but again, this trade is looking really looking interesting. Let's see what it is, what it will do. So yeah, I will update you tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna be on stream. If I take this trade, no matter win or loss, I will definitely share my result here.
And if you were to take this trade, what risk are you taking?
I will risk 1% on my account, which will be somewhere around here. Stop loss will be somewhere around here. And I have noticed there is a psychological level also, which is 3, 4. I think that can be a good target, which is almost at 1 to 1. I love this analysis. Once we close above, maybe a little bit of wick coming down, then I will take the trade.
All right, I like your analysis. I like your idea.
Yeah, I'm just following the recent trend wherever market is going, and yeah, hopefully this trade plays out. Really looking interesting. Let's see.
Yeah. For me, like I'm much lower time frame. I concern myself with the movements of the day, where you are looking a little bit broader. You're looking higher time frame. You want to hold your trade over a few days as well. You're allowing it the opportunity to move. So you're a little bit more swing related than you are intraday, even though you
If
do enter intraday
Yeah,
trades.
if I get involved in this trade, I don't mind holding it because I've seen this setup, you know, thousands of time. My foundation was built this way only, seeing impulses and correction. So from the day one, I've been seeing this kind of behavior in the market, and all my strategies are based on this behavior only. So for an example, if I was not trading this way, I would have marked this order block like this. I would have waited for price to come here, then I would have taken the trade. But the main point that I'm trying to make here is my foundation was built this way only. When we see a strong momentum, wait for a pullback, and then plan your trade. My entry criterias have shifted over the time. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes I was using supply demand, sometimes I was using Fibonacci's, EMAs, trend lines. But the way I see charts has never been changed. This is the way from day one I've been seeing the charts.
Yeah, you might maintain your objectivity by making sure that when you look at the charts, you keep it to one specific idea, and then
Yeah.
you base all of your ideas around that one as a foundation. I like
Yeah.
that.
My
I
entry
see.
criteria have shifted over the times. Sometimes I
Yeah.
was trading, liquidity and all. but the base, basics of
Mm,
reading the market has always been the same.
yeah. I see there's a few people saying that their gold is going. I don't know where you're seeing gold going. Gold is going nowhere. It is still stuck within this low and high
Let's see where
range
gold is in.
on the daily, on the 5 minute, for argument's sake. If you go down to the 5 minute, we're just stuck here.
Yeah, it is a very
So
huge
the
range
whole
right
day,
here.
the daily open,
We don't
um,
even know it can liquidate the lows and liquidate the highs,
yeah, like it's
or just a
stuck in this
breakout.
band. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't see it going anywhere right now. 15 minute, it's hopping between two, a high point and a low point. It's not creating lower lows, it's not creating lower highs. On the hourly, the exact same thing. We have a base area that was created on Friday. It hasn't moved lower than that, or it hasn't moved above that. We haven't moved lower than Friday's low. So if you have a look at the daily, we haven't swept either. We haven't swept last week Friday's highs or lows. We're just stuck.
this one you mean? This one?
What's that on the daily?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Friday's high is that last red candle. We
But
just
this is the weekly range we are in.
yeah, we haven't taken either. We haven't swept above Friday's high. We haven't swept above Friday's low. We're just stuck there. Well, Scott
Really?
Waterson, I guess our definition of what is a move is probably different. For you, it's a $3 per fine ounce as a scalp move. That's a move for you. For me, it's a nothing burger for me. So
Yeah.
I didn't mean to offend you if you were trying to
No,
explain it as it's moving. My definition of it's moving, it did not align with that.
yeah, we are ranging on the smaller time frame. Can't really do anything. There is nothing that you can do with gold. If you're trying to trade this, you are really gambling, man, to be honest. Instead of that, I think try to trade something that is, moving in a trend. Of course, if you see on the higher time frame, it is bullish. But if you see this current range, we are ranging. We
Yeah,
don't know
it is
where.
it is bullish overall, but it is subdued bullish movement. It's slowed. It's not volumetric. We're not really running. Um, it's kind of like stuck in an area.
Yeah, we still have 30 minutes left for the NYSE Open. Let's see what price is gonna do. Gold, I'm not really big fan of gold, to be honest. Do you trade gold? I think you also don't trade gold.
I used to, but gold has been a cruel mistress. Let's say she has not looked at me kindly.
Yeah,
So I've kind of put gold on the side. So it looks like it is attempting to come and
yeah,
test the low of the day yet again. Getting a little bit more volumetric candles in now than what we were seeing earlier. So we will have to see whether or not gold closes lower than the daily low, which was 197. So we're about $2 away from per fine ounce for it touching the daily low so far, or creating a new low on the day. So gold overall, I have kind of like put on the back burner. I keep an eye on it, but I don't generally trade it. I've shifted my focus predominantly to GU, EU, and NAS. NAS has been running very, very well for me, especially in the New York session. So I took a leaf out of your book. I went to go and have a look at NAS only during the New York session. I do keep an eye on it during the London session.
yeah.
But
Sometimes it moves good in London also. Have you
yeah,
tried futures trading?
I have not. No, not at all. I'm a forex trader, but I have done stock trading before, and I have done indices, like regular indices trading, but I haven't done futures trading at all. Um, you're not the first person that has mentioned this. Like, try futures trading. I was like,
No,
okay,
I'm not, trying futures, but I am looking into futures. So I don't know how to calculate, the position size and all. I was trying on trader weight and all. So that's why, I asked if you are familiar with it. Maybe you can guide me. I
not
am
nearly
trying
enough.
to.
Not
I'm
nearly
trying
enough.
to dive in. I'm trying to dive into that space also. By the way, guys, the 5S futures, it's gonna be coming soon. So definitely,
That's
be open to try, this opportunity. I will be definitely doing that as well. Maybe on the live stream, you will see me trade live, and we will explore the space together because I'm new to futures.
yeah. I'm also very new to futures, but like the fact that the Fivers has got a soon to be released uh, date undisclosed, still to be determined,
Yeah.
futures program. I would be very interested to try futures as well, but I might need to go and learn. Sit down with some books, maybe some information. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody at the Fivers or within the Fivers Discord that really knows futures, whom we can speak to. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be information about that on the website, but it's interesting. But no,
Yeah.
I have very little
Mhm.
experience in futures trading. I kind of stick to my lane, like I know what I know, and
Yeah,
I kind of
I was also, thinking that way, but people are trying to convince me, try this. And I was minding my own business with Forex, from the day one. I've been a Forex guy. I'm like, they are
yeah, and
sharing
now
me the results, and I'm
yeah.
like, okay, let me try that too. So maybe once the 5S future is here, we'll be exploring it together. Let's see.
Oh, that would be cool, mate. Like I would rate that.
Yeah. All right, guys, this is the trade that I'm looking at. So I'm just waiting for a close above this trend line and maybe some kind of retest so that I can get a better entry. I will love to get involved in this trade. So let's see. Hopefully that thing happens on the live stream so I can take the trade live. Are you trading that 5K challenge that you was doing on the live stream?
Yeah, I've still got it. That was the trade that I took earlier. That I showed you. That's the 5K account.
Okay.
Yeah. I was up 0.5%. I took a silly trade with Nas, which I remember the last time you and I spoke when we were on the live stream together. I told you about the Nas trade that I took
Yeah.
during London that did not go in my way. Lost about that whole 0.25%. I lost there,
Mhm.
and then now I made another
How
almost
much you are risking per position in your challenge?
0.25%.
Okay.
Yeah. So my first trade was a 0.25% win. Then I had a 0.25% loss. Then I had a
I
quarter
think you
percent
are a
win.
low risk
Quarter
guy,
percent.
I think.
Say again.
Low risk guy.
Yeah, I'm one of
Yeah.
those longevity people. The
Yeah,
idea
that is
for the
good
5K
approach.
account wasn't to make money off of it.
Hmm.
The idea of the 5K account was to try something for the live stream. And in general, I prefer quarter percentages. Uh, I'm an ex poker player, so for me, risk management is the be all end all of trading. It's just like it's the highest focus point for me is risk management. That's all I was focused on with that account specifically was
Before
making sure.
trading, you was involved with poker.
Yeah, before trading, I used to play poker semi-professionally. That's why I always have a stack of chips around.
Yeah, I've seen this couple of times. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this?
So I sit here and I ruffle the chips, or I'll play with the chips in my hand as an example, if I don't drop them. But I'll do some stuff like this. It's how I. It's like my fiddle. Someone will like Pedro plays with a like a fidget spinner. That little thing in his hand that he spins.
I have not been, live streaming with him a lot of time. We have been together maybe for one or two times, maybe. So I'm not
Mm.
aware about it. I wanted
But
to
he
ask one thing about
fidget
you.
spinners.
Yeah, yeah, I know about that. It was very famous back in the days.
Yeah,
Now
he
the
does.
trend is little bit downtrend.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, as you was a poker player, so transitioning into trading, what kind of mindset you hold? I mean, you was holding when you were stepping into trading as a beginner. People wanted to make, even I was doing some. some compound calculator and all these things, some silly things without even full margin and all these practices that I was doing. But I know poker players are big on risk management and all these strategies. So what was your thought process when you got into trading? How you were seeing this this space?
So the transition for me was very smooth in the sense that there was a lot of familiarity between trading and playing poker. Obviously, completely different beast, completely
Mhm.
different approaches, but the similarities were close enough that I did not need to shift my mindset dramatically in order to adapt. What I had to come to terms with was between poker and trading. With poker, it's you versus a singular other person usually, or let's say you're playing on a 10-handed table where there's 10 people at the table. It's you versus everybody else's decisions, and you can see that other person. You can see the emotion, you can see the body language, you can see all of these things, and at the same time, you have all of your back tested mathematical data that you can rely on. But when you come to trading, you don't see the other participant. You
Yeah, yeah.
see the emotion afterwards. You see people's reactions take place when there's high impact news. You see people's reactions when, or I'm saying people, I mean like hedge funds, banks, business, large entities that can actually move the market. You see these people's impact after the fact, where if I'm playing against you and I can see that you're sweating bullets, mate, like you're sitting there, your heart rate is picking up, I can see a vein in your neck absolutely going crazy, and your eyes are darting all over the place, I can see you're uncomfortable. You have yet to make a decision. And I can base my very next decision off of your body language. I cannot do that with trading. I have to wait for the reaction to take place and then see, okay, the reaction was this because of the news, and price came to this point. Now it's slowing down. Why is it slowing down? So it was the reasoning behind the moves rather than the emotionalness of it, like the emotional drive of the market. It's almost as if you're trading or you're playing with less information, yet in hindsight you have more. Um, so the idea is when it comes to poker. All right, let me explain it like this.
Okay.
When you're playing poker
Okay.
and you and I are on a table,
What is the fundamental of poker? Everybody is saying, emotions, risk management.
say again.
How? What is a fundamental of this poker thing? Everybody is saying risk management. How this thing plays, a big role in poker? I wanted to know about it. How it
Okay,
is
so
similar to trading.
yeah, I will explain this just quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
When you are playing a game of poker against somebody, it doesn't matter the variant of poker. You
Okay.
have your cards, I have my cards. I
Okay.
don't know what your cards are. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what my cards are. But the cards on the table is known to everybody at the table. So you have community cards. That
Okay.
is known to everybody. Now, let's say, hypothetically, we're playing the hand through, but you end up folding your hand
Okay.
and I win. I win the money that's in the middle.
Basically, I gave up. I'm like,
You gave up, yes.
yeah, yeah.
But I never know what your cards were. I never find out. So I'm basing my decision on a hypothetical. I'm basing it on the idea that I believe that you had these holdings, you had these cards, but I never actually find out. All right. Trade,
What's just happened? You're all gone.
you kick this off, mate.
You removed us.
I only added myself to the screen.
You was
In
like, what
trade,
these guys are talking about. Let me be in.
Shut up.
trading, it's a little bit different because you can see the movement and then you can say, this price point. You can almost imagine that that price point is the other player's cards. This is where they wanted to take the price. So you have a little bit more information after the fact. and then you can use that to build your strategy further. Where with poker, it's a hypothetical because you never actually have that information. It's a game of incomplete information, which is the same as trading, but with trading you have hindsight and you
We
can
have some
actually
kind
see,
of information, but in poker we don't have much information. We have
yeah,
only
you have
we can
slightly
only see
less.
the emotions of that person. You wanted to say this, I think.
Yeah. So you have the outcome. So you're way more outcome driven with poker.
Okay.
The
Okay.
idea is you want to win all of the money in the pot. How you do that doesn't really matter in the long run, or so people think. The thing is, when it comes to risk management, the idea is when you're playing poker, you only bet what you're willing to lose, which is the same with trading. You only put in the lot size and put the stop loss in that you're willing to lose, because you know that at any point in time it can literally just go against you and wick you out on your stop loss. So the risk management is selecting what game you play, so it's which asset you trade, or in this case which tournament or structure you're going to be playing with poker. How much money you're bringing to the table with poker is the exact same with trading as well. How much is your account that you're willing to offer, that you're willing to play with, that you're willing to put in on a trade? It is the bet size, or in this case, the lot size that you're willing to take. And it's when you decide to give up. When you
Okay.
say, you know what, I've lost X amount, I'm done. I'm stepping back. And it's exactly the same between poker and trading. It's those decision points stay the same. So on a risk management side, poker and trading is almost identical.
Okay. Okay.
So even when you're using your expectancy calculator, when you're trying to figure out win rate versus risk to reward, those together gives you EV, which is your expected value. And if your expected value is higher than a certain percentage, you're doing well. If it's lower than a certain percentage, you're losing, that kind of like thing. It's exactly the same with poker as well. You also have EV, and it's also based on the amount of money that I'm putting into a pot and the amount that I stand to win when it comes back to me, and how often would I expect to win based on a decision point. So EV calculations are exactly the same. Mathematically, there's no difference. So
I'm
it's
just curious. Was you a math guy or something like that?
yeah. I'm more of a logical thinker, more of a mathematical and statistics person.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Uh,
Amazing conversation we had. Poker.
Sansha is saying, I think the other important parallel in poker is that you end up folding a lot more hands than you do playing the pot. Like you walk away from a lot more trade opportunities than you execute. Exactly. That is also a very, very good parable, my friend. It's that decision point of like, if you play every hand or if you take every trade that you see as an example, your percentages align a lot closer. So there's higher probabilities for you to lose, but there's higher probabilities for you to win as well. So they kind of converge with each other.
So right now
So,
you involved with poker, or you are shifted to trading only?
so I'm only using poker now as a hobby. So for the fun of it, I will go and play every now and then. And then obviously, like Will knows, every Friday within our Discord community, we have a poker night on Fridays. So every Friday, just for the fun of it, everybody jumps in, we play poker, we have a chat, we have a laugh, we drink a few drinks, we snack on a few snacks, and we just enjoy the evening. It's a wind down for the end of the week.
That's nice. I think Will also into poker. I don't
Yes.
know how to play
Yeah.
this thing. Is it tough to learn, or
Dude, it's with Rich, it's super easy to learn. Like I never was able to play poker. I could never grasp my head around it. But to be fair, you learn, like you jump on the poker night on a Friday with Rich, and dude, he makes it so simple. Like within one or two poker nights, you're pretty confident with
I'll be
understanding
doing
how
that.
to get
I'll be
through it.
learning from you, and I'll be playing it online poker
So
thing.
here's the thing about poker.
Yeah.
It is easy to pick up. It's one of the simplest games to pick up. It's very easy in its concept, but it's incredibly difficult to master because, like I said, there is that the mathematical side of things is a lot more than what people think.
Okay. I'm new to it, so I have to, I was curious about this thing, so you are a professional, seems like it. Maybe I can learn from you. I'll be jumping in on Friday, definitely.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
you can join us, mate.
yeah,
I'll
dude, that'd be
teach you
super
as
fun.
much as I can to get you, to play decently, and then we go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
I'll be
don't go,
logging up.
just don't go gambling away your hard-earned profits.
Yeah,
Let's see how it goes. Probably I'll be making profits from both of it, both of the markets.
Yeah,
and taking
Let's be
Will's money.
positive.
yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
guys. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for having me. Uh, I don't know on the stream. Sorry, guys, for the fact that we were struggling with the stream earlier. It does seem like it's sorted now, so this is good news for us. But with that, I am going to love and leave you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah,
Cheers, Will. Cheers,
definitely.
Sam. Cheers, chat.
Take
Give
care,
us a
Everybody.
Rich.
heart. I shall
See
see
you
you later, bro.
tomorrow. Take care. Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Peace. Well, hello there,
I heard
sir.
an MT5 sound.
How
Are you
you
punching
doing,
some
man?
trades? I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, yeah, really good. Yeah. So, what's the topic of conversation for today? How's
He was mentioning about poker, so I wanted to know how he got into poker and how poker is similar to trading.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, all these things I wanted to know about him, as you know.
Oh, awesome stuff. So, does that am I grasping from that conversation that you're into poker, that you want to get into poker now?
I'm like 50-50. If there is a if there
Yeah.
is some good profits laying around for me, then definitely.
Yeah. To be fair, like I'll play poker like on a Friday night. Poker night is no stakes, so like there's no real money at risk. It's like think about it like playing poker on a demo account, pretty much. So that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just,
definitely.
yeah, it's just good fun.
I've heard stories about people
Yeah,
who are doing this thing for a living. So I was just curious,
yeah. Like
how this thing works.
I don't think I could ever put live capital at the risk. I don't know. Maybe like me and my brother have joked with our family that maybe that we'll do like £1 coins, 10p coins, 50p coins, stuff like that. Just really low stuff, like maybe like
Yeah,
£20 per play, and then you divide the £20 into like chips with worth. But dude, I don't know. I don't think I could. I couldn't do it like Rich used to do it. There's just it takes a different mindset. But I mean, again, probably similar to trading.
yeah,
There's
it takes
probably
time.
yeah,
Trading took a
there's
lot of
probably
years,
so many
this
people out there.
emotion roller coaster and all these things. It take time.
Yeah,
And
exactly,
I'm
man.
not ready for, another emotional roller coaster because trading
Yeah,
has kicked me a lot of times.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
ready
mate.
for another emotional roller coaster.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
one thing is there, if you don't quit, even in
True.
poker also, you're gonna make it anyway. That's what my belief is.
Yeah, yeah. I truly believe that if you put in the right work and you put in the hard work and the smart work, and you never give up, I can't understand why you'd fail.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
ingrained in my brain, like it is tattooed on my brain and in my soul that if you work at something and you refuse to give up and you put in the correct work to get you to where you need to be, there is zero chance of failure.
Exactly. There
No.
are some people, who are going in the wrong direction, and they are so stubborn. If somebody is trying to show them right direction, maybe their ego doesn't allow or
Mhm.
whatever. So because of that, their success is delayed by, a lot of time. So if somebody is
Yeah,
guiding you, if somebody has, achieved something, or he's showing you a path, I think you should be open to give it a try. And I think
absolutely.
I think that is the way how it is
Yeah.
gonna be. The way I
Someone
came up with this conversation is my friend's relative. He's old actually, so why will he listen to a young guy like me? I was trying to teach, do this in trading. He was so stubborn. He was not ready to maybe learn a strategy from me or learn a mindset psychology tips from me. He was not ready to take it, so still he's struggling. So my point
sounds
here
about right.
is,
Yeah, sounds about right. Dude, like I've
yeah,
learned from traders younger than me. And I never really thought about it. I thought to myself, yeah, I'm quite young myself. I'm only 24. So when I started in trading, like when I
you're
started,
25.
huh?
You are 25, right? We are
Yeah,
same
I'm
year.
24. I've just turned 24. 24 back in October.
You are 2001.
Yeah, I'm late to.
Okay.
I'm later one though. I'm October
Yeah.
one.
Now,
Yeah,
yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you. I was like, you're same. I'm 25, by the way.
Yeah,
So
I
we are
was going to
pretty
say
same.
I'm sure we've had this conversation a couple of weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah,
Samir, I'm sure you're around my age, and
yeah.
that's how I know that. Like some of the
I
stuff
was
I'm going to
assuming
say
we are
now,
same. But
yeah,
anyways, you
it's
was
going to be so related.
saying something. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, no, no. Yeah, it's all good. If actually it builds on to what I was going to say regarding to what I'm saying now is going to be so relatable to you. Is that like when I first went full time, I had a lot of people, asking me how to do it. They're like, "Well, can you help me? Well, can you do this? Well, can you do that?" So like, I was helping people. A lot of the time, they'd be like 30s, 40s, 50s. Like they'd be a lot older than me, and I got used to being the youngest one. Yeah, I got used to being like the young person in trading, learning and teaching older people.
Hmm.
Whereas like recently now, and it's only recently I learned a lesson. It wasn't so much a psychological lesson, more so like a technological lesson. It was quite complicated to explain, but like it was on social media, and I thought I've never thought about this. And they were just explaining about how to understand like the algorithm of social media and trading, and how to understand the whole algorithm behind the trading side of things. Odd, complex. I still don't fully understand it, but I picked up a couple of things from this guy, and he's only a young lad. He's 21 or 22, and I thought to myself, "Wow, like I am
Yeah,
finding
people are doing
myself,
good.
yeah,
These
and
young
yeah."
ages, people are really doing good nowadays, man.
But I found myself learning from a younger person, and I thought that feels weird to me because I've always been the youngest person I know successful in trading. And it was almost like this urge to be ignorant and go, well, no, actually, I'm older than you. I've been in the game longer than you. I know more than you. I thought, well, hang on a minute. No, a smart man once told me, be so open minded, your brain will fall out. And
Yeah,
that was Richard Wells who said that to me. So just to really emphasize on how pure that comment is, you should always be willing to learn from no matter who, whether they're old, young, inexperienced, experienced. It doesn't matter what level you're at in the game. Someone can bring something new. Like every day is a learning day, and I always thought that was garbage. But for us youngsters who could potentially teach older people something and younger people something, like I've learned stuff about my strategy by teaching people because this one lad that I was teaching, he said, "Will, well, why do you do that? Because that wouldn't it make more sense actually if you did that?" Just because he's inexperienced doesn't make him a bad trader, and it doesn't make what he's saying illogical or wrong. It actually brought a different perspective
yeah,
through a different brain and a different view
yeah.
of
There
my
is
strategy.
exactly. Even I say, there is no right or wrong way. Whatever you feel or whatever you think is good, just do it.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. So
you will
like,
learn. Just be open to learn from other people. You should not be stubborn. I was a stubborn guy, to be honest, back in the days. I
yeah,
was like, i
weren't
can
we
i can
all?
do it, I can do it. If I learn A, I'm like, I know B, C, D, I can figure it out. That really was not really a good part, to be honest.
Yeah, it slows down
So
your progress.
yeah, I really got delayed, in my journey, to be honest. So
Oh yeah, I do. I bet I can imagine. So tell me, what are you looking at here? What's going on in the
this
charts of
this is
Samir?
pound dollar looking good for buys. And actually, I just took a trade here on one of my account. My entry is
Oh,
somewhere around
nice.
here. I'm risking some percent here. So the idea of this trade is simple. We are, impulsive phase, and this can be a potential corrective phase, and maybe we can see another leg, because there is a theory called Elliott wave.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
yeah.
It's,
Elliot
I
Wave
think,
theory.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just expecting a fifth wave. Then maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know, we can, go down from here. So
It's
analysis is
super
very simple
interesting
for
that
this.
you say that. It's what time frame is that on?
It is the 1 hour time frame. I'm not a forex guy to be honest, but this
Mm,
pattern really looks good. So I am
nice.
risking 0.5% on this one. I will put my actual risk on NAS 100 or US 30 today. Let's see how this pairs form. How much time we have? We have like 12 minutes left for the NYSE open. I will love to buy this pair. Why? Because we are just in a bullish market structure. If you see from
Mm,
here, higher highs and higher lows, yeah, we do have a trend line, and it seems like we can liquidate this trend line. And I'm ready for that also. I will just take the message from the market. What do I mean by that? If market is impulsive, and it would definitely it is gonna break this area based on the volume that it will give me, and then I will just wait for a rebound of this area. Then I will take a buy. I'm solely looking for buys unless we just impulse to the upside, very aggressively. Then some if we see some kind of liquidity move like this, then maybe I can short. Let's see where the impulses are, what kind of footprints market is gonna give me. I like to follow those footprints. I don't like to pre-plan my trades. Whatever impulses, corrections we are getting, whatever
yeah,
patterns market is printing, I like to follow those patterns. Then I just adjust my areas around those patterns. Like for an example, if this was an impulsive phase, then I will adjust my areas according to bias. So I will find what area make much more sense to get involved in the bias. So this was a demand area, this was FVG, I would have marked something like this was EMA, some kind of Fibonacci. I would adjust my technicals that way, wherever the footprints is, wherever the impulses are.
yeah, nice. Dude, it's really awesome that you point that out. I'm just going to switch over to my screen real quick. I'm going to show you exactly what I was looking at on GBP USD. Now, you mentioned you were looking at buys, and I thought that's really interesting because I'm actually looking at buys on GU as well. And I wanted to know what time frame that was
It
because
was
it
on one
looked,
hour, yeah.
yeah, and it looked
It
really
is a
interesting.
very big correction, by the way. It can take time to go to the upside based on the volume. If it played out the way I'm
Yeah,
expecting it, yeah.
yeah, it was really nice. And I thought, huh, that's really interesting. That looks a little bit like my 15-minute. The only difference is instead of like a flag pattern, which is what you've just drawn out. So you've drawn
Yeah,
out,
yeah. It is a
this,
very basic thing, yeah.
like this
A
area,
lot
just,
of
yeah.
beginner things.
And then
But
you
it
see,
works.
so again,
It works, I said.
yeah, yeah, exactly that. It's just a simple breakout of a channel. That's it's channel breakout, retest, potentially continuation. You know, it can be super simple trading strategies, and they
Yeah.
can be so different. So let's say, for example, you had that 4 hour flag pattern. Here we have a
Hmm.
15-minute channel pattern, whereas my strategy is a consolidation breakout and retest
Hmm.
pattern, and no different to what we have here. We have a breakout, we have a close, break and close above this area here. So we have a
Yeah,
break
yeah.
and close here, and then we have the pullback retest into the channel where we could have opened an order up. So we could have opened an order here, a buy, and we'd be in profit right now. Whereas my strategy, we got to wait a little bit.
Hmm.
We have this big bullish engulfing candle here, break and close above this previous low, previous high here. So technically a break and close above the consolidation pattern. And now we just got to wait for a pullback and then continuation. So something along the lines of this. So pullback preferably down to here, and then
Yeah,
a
makes sense. It's a very
continuation.
big bullish candle. I think it is what, 5 minute, 15 minute? Oh, it is five
This
minute. Yeah, I
is
can see.
yeah, this is the 15. Yeah,
15. Okay, okay, 15. Yeah.
this is the 5 minute candle here.
Okay, okay.
I mean, same goes, same goes. And this is what I was chatting about a little bit earlier on when it comes to looking at the markets on different timeframes for different purposes.
Hmm.
I'm seeing the exact same on the 15 as I am on the 5. And that's giving me confidence because, if I can execute on the 15, I will, because it's a higher time frame. It's a slower time frame, so it's a little bit higher confidence, less noise.
Yeah.
So if I can enter on the 15, I will. But if I can refine it to the 5, so be it. But that's what I'm looking at on
Yeah,
GU.
makes sense. That is the best part, somebody can execute in the same direction, but their technicals can be a little bit different, but the fundamentals always stay the same, which is, of course, market, what do we call it? Market structure, sorry,
Yeah,
and these impulsive candles. So
yeah,
these fundamentals always stay the same. Now it comes to the entry part. Somebody is saying pattern A, somebody is seeing pattern B. There is, both things are right. So, but the fundamentals always stay the same, which is
yeah.
market structure and these
Yeah.
impulsive candles and volume,
Simple
all
market
these things.
structure and order flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it is. It is like you said. It's super basic. You
Yeah,
don't
very good.
need to be a genius. All you need to understand is simple, like you said, simple price action, simple market order flow. Sorry, or yeah, market structure or order flow, whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it. So understanding the basic fundamentals, you will be able to do pretty much anything. You can create your own sexy strategy that works exactly how you want it to work, but you cannot make that a successful strategy unless you know the basic fundamentals of order flow and market structure. And that's what we got here. Me and Samir are able to identify market order or order flow and market structure, but our strategy, let's call it, our dialogue is a little bit different, but the language is the same.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
same goes with EU. I don't know if you've seen anything with EU, but it's just range bound for me. Gold is
GU looks better than EU. I just had a
yeah,
look into these pairs. GU is better, I think, rather than EU.
yeah. I think G looks really nice. I'm gonna be careful what it does around here, around this high on the 15. That's
Okay.
it's a little bit sort of if buts and maybes, but I don't want to see. I don't trade GU the way I trade gold. Now, if I traded GU the way I traded gold, I would have opened up a buy limit or a buy order, an instant buy execution here. Now, I don't want to
Is
do that because that's the breakout and close of the consolidation or of this sort of pullback
okay.
area here. So for me, on the 15-minute, this doesn't actually look that nice. It's a three candle pullback with two double wicks. Whereas on the 5 minute, we can see that like the structure as we move down. Other than this candle here, it's all a bit stagnant. It's all a bit sideways and a bit indecisive.
Mm.
Now you compare it to this big bull candle up, dribbles on back down. Like I said, other than this candle, this is a nice bearish engulfing. I haven't said that on this one too. And then we got big bull move up. So the confidence to the upside is stronger than the confidence to the downside, which is nice. So it's giving me a little bit of confidence. If we get a break and close into this area here, then I think we could get a pullback, and I'd be happy to see a pullback. What I don't want to see is a lot of wicking here. I don't want to see price look like this and then move down. That's what I don't want to see that. I want to see it confidently close within this if we're going to pull back. If not, a break and close above it, pull back, or a break and close under it without wicking into it. And then I think
Okay,
I'll be
makes
on.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
NAS
Where we
100, we are about to open in 4 minutes. I do like sells idea, to be honest, but we don't have the confirmation yet. Why I'm
Yeah.
saying sells? Because this squeeze to the upside, the volume is fading away. So I'm just taking sign from the market that it may can continue to the downside. But for that, I need some kind of confidence, And
Yeah.
how will I get that? Maybe some impulses to the downside.
Yeah. I'm not going to open an order so close to the new market open of a new session. I'll probably wait until about quarter two. I'll probably wait 10, 15 minutes after the market open just to allow all the orders to come in, allow everyone to just settle down and then start trading properly. I think like the first 5 minutes of market open is sometimes for me I find a little bit too volatile, especially as we come into New York. So I like to like wait 10ish minutes like as a minimum, and then be like, okay, look, yeah, this is what we're seeing. Okay, now we've printed, now we've settled into the price. A little bit like news trading, but not as volatile.
Mhm.
It's like that sort of that new open volatility where like a lot of orders are coming into the market. You know, a new session, a new part of the world is opening up and like coming into fruition and starting trading. So I like to sort of stand back and watch it all happen, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm watching it all happen. Now that we're seeing it, we can react to it. Whereas if, like, think about it, if you go into the middle of a mosh pit before it's a mosh pit, you're like, oh, it's just a lot of people. There's a group of people around. Next minute, it turns into a mosh pit and you're just crushed. And you're like, oh, well, I didn't want to be in any of this. Whereas if you stand back and you're like, oh, look, there's a mosh pit, you're watching it all happen, then it settles down, the mosh pit ends, you go into the middle at the front of the concert. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to go in after the mosh pit happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my like idea on trading London Open and New York Open. I don't care about the Tokyo Open. I don't really trade that.
Yeah, I haven't been trading this session ever. I have traded in past, to be honest, when I was having FOMO and I wanted to recover,
Yeah,
my drawdown,
yeah, I
and
think it's standard.
I stayed all night. I was like, oh, my drawdown resets. Then there is an Asian session. Let's just take trades.
Do you know what? When I was first learning to trade, I was so happy that there was 24/5. I was like,
Yeah,
what? No, like no time off work. Like it's just 24 hours, 5 days a week. This is awesome. I was like, I'm never gonna stop trading. Like I'm gonna trade London, New York, Sydney, Tokyo. I'm gonna trade all the sessions. Oh
yeah,
boy, was I
I thought
wrong.
the same.
Like, was I wrong? I was like, oh my god. Now I'm like one session, two sessions max. I'm like, I'm done. Just get me out of the markets. Like I want to spend as little time in the markets as possible now. But I think it takes you a while to mature and understand that.
Yeah,
But no,
exactly.
let me know in chat. Like, what do you guys think? Like are the guys in chat? Are you sort of, yeah, give me all the markets, 100% market, market, market. I just can't keep away from trading, or are you still up for like? Are you a bit like me, where you're just like, you know what? I've been in the market too long now. Let me get in, let me get out. Like, let me know where you guys are at with your trading. Also, if you haven't already, we've lost likes. We've gone from like over 100 to 25 after starting the new
We
stream.
started the stream. So
Yeah,
guys, run up the likes.
absolutely. Let's bump those likes up, guys. Again, we do apologize after the technical difficulties earlier. I didn't get to say goodbye to you guys properly, but nonetheless, it doesn't seem that we're having technical issues now, which is super cool. So let's bump these likes up, smash out the like button, and make sure that you subscribe if you are new here. And let me know how you trade. Let me know if you're one of those guys that are like, yeah, no, just give me trading, trading, trading. Are you still obsessed with the markets, Samir, or are you a bit like me now? You like, just get me out of them?
I don't care, to be honest now. If my account blows, if I make money, I am really detached nowadays. But of course, I have certain attachment to a number. For example, how we level up. Back in the days, even $200 loss was, making causing sleepless nights. But now that 200 turn into 2,000, and of course, if I see 20,000 drawdown right now, I won't be able to handle that. And of course, that level will also be there in future as you progress in your journey. So the point that I'm trying to make here is I am numb to few numbers which I'm comfortable with, but of course not those big numbers yet, but definitely we are going towards that. And same goes for you guys. So if you are attached to maybe 200, 500, 1,000, as you stay in the journey, you stick to the process slowly,
Yeah,
these things will happen to you also when you are numb to a certain figure.
yeah, I think as we grow as traders, like no matter where you are on your journey, you're going to see hurdles. You know, like for me, I had my first payout, and I think it was like $3,000, something like that, and that to me was an ungodly amount of money. That was like, oh my god, I'm the next like Wolf of Wall Street. Call me Jordan.
Yeah,
Call me yeah. Call me William Belfort. You know, like I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh my god, when's the yacht coming? You know, but
yeah,
you get bored of it, and then what happens next? You're chasing you're chasing a 5K payout, and you get bored of it, and then before you realize it, you've had 10 5K payouts, and you're like, huh, no way. I've just been paid
Yeah, you
50K.
get comfortable with the
Yeah.
numbers,
And you start getting comfortable with it, and you start thinking, okay, I'm going to add more to my portfolio. I'm going to buy another account. I'm going to scale different types of accounts, add different sizes. And then before you know it, you're on $1 million funded. And then you're looking at yourself like, oh my God, I'm on $1 million funded. But then it becomes more nervous, because then you look at your overall, let's say it's a trade copier portfolio. You're looking at your portfolio and you're down 10K for the day. And you're like, oh my God, I'm down 10K for the day. But actually it's only 1%. So I think when you start realizing that it's a percentage game, not a figures game, I think it becomes easier. But let's be honest, I don't think we ever truly managed to master the idea of a percentage gain. I think we'll always, like, I know that I'll always look at the numbers.
Yeah,
I
there always is a
Yeah, exactly.
there's a levels to the game. People say it that way. I will like
Yeah,
to put it
yeah,
that way.
100%. Like at the end of the day, we're all still human.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you guys in chat, those who have never been funded, you'll get funded and you'll feel super excited, and you'll look at us and be like, oh my God, how did they not get so excited? Because we've done that over and over and over and over again. We're kind of bored of it. However, if we have a 5-figure payout, or if we have a scaled account, or if we get, you know, a new milestone, we get really excited. Like, dude, when was it? It was a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure. And I think maybe in a couple of weeks ago, I got a pretty big payout, and I got super excited, man. Like, I was jumping up and down for joy. I was like, come on, get in, yes.
Yeah.
And I was like a kid again. Dude, I felt like it was my first time passing an account. Same goes. Like, I'm 1.3% away from getting this account back to break even from being 7% in
Yeah,
drawdown.
that is really good.
Dude,
That is that is
yeah,
amazing.
man, I'll probably jump up and down on stream.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like, yeah, I'll be super excited, because we go through these stages where even us as full-time traders, we still have an attachment of emotion. We're not robots. And I think that's most important, that a lot of learning traders need to understand, that feeling will never go. It'll just be for something further ahead in your journey, something bigger, something better. And your hunger will never disappear. Seen a couple of questions. Way we look at gold. May we look at gold? We may indeed, my friend. So this is the
I think
gold
my
chart.
chat is frozen. I have to see our YouTube chat.
Oh,
Something's
your chart frozen, is
wrong.
it?
Anyways, so I'll be switching my screen. It's okay.
Okay. You seem okay outside anyway. Um,
Gold. Yeah, you can do drop
yeah.
your
This is
analysis on gold maybe.
awesome stuff. So this is gold here, guys. I am gonna say you have to be patient with me. My mouse battery is dying. So tomorrow I'll get a new mouse battery, but for today my mouse is a little bit sticky. Gold really is struggling. It's not doing a lot. This is on the 1 hour time frame. No, this is the 30. Oh, come on. There we go. That's the 1 hour. Yeah. So we are trying to push lower. We're not quite at these lows here yet. Come on. There we go. 15. Where's my mouse gone now? There it is. So on. Hang on. Try and pull the batteries out and put it back in.
That works. That always works.
Doesn't it? It works for like
Yeah.
30 seconds to a minute, and then it starts freezing again. There you go. So yeah, we're just down here at the moment. We got this impulse bull move up, and I thought that this was going to be the move. I thought we were going to move up, break and close above here, consolidate, and then have another breakout, and hopefully break and close above this level here. We haven't seemed to have had it. Now, technically, we broke and closed under this, but it's not that nice. I wanted to more see a break and close under here. We came down and tested it. In fact, we did no, we didn't. We equaled it. We didn't wick it, which is a shame. So we're starting to move back up now. Gold really can't decide what it wants to do. So I wanted to see what price would look like in between these zones. So this was my structure. Come on, mouse. Come on, Mickey. There we go. So this was my micro. This was my structure, and then internal here, everything inside this was like microstructure. So I wasn't too fussed on that. That was like more like 5 minute time frame stuff to see what was going on. And again, even that was very much if buts and maybes. It was very strange price action. So gold for me really hasn't been doing much. I can't. It'll be interesting to see what happens now over the next. In fact, market opened 8 minutes ago and nothing. There's no volatility. There's no volume, which is
Gold is just dead, to be honest. And Euro USD
yeah,
also was not doing anything. It is in a big range. Maybe because this is December, as you know, holiday season is there. Maybe that can be a factor because every year there can be something different. I remember, I think 2 years back, half of the December was really good. I was hitting wins. I remember. I was targeting big risk to reward. I still remember. And maybe this December we are seeing low volume at the starting of the December. What is it? It is just second week of December. Yeah, this is the
yeah.
last week. I will be trading maybe. Then I will be just taking a pause for the rest of the
Yeah.
December.
I think mine will be next week. I think I got another week in me, and then I think I'll be shutting this account down until the new year. There was a fantastic question actually before I left to go have some lunch earlier on, and that was when will I stop trading for the year? And that'll probably be. Let me get my cellular device up so I can see the date. So we've got the week commencing the 15th to the 19th will probably be the last week I trade. So that'll probably be the last week. And then I'll probably pick it back up maybe in first week of January. But again, I'll be moving, so probably the second week of January I'll open this account back up. But I'll still be trading an account in between, but it'll probably be like a £50 personal account that I'm just having a bit of fun on, like almost like a Christmas holiday sort of pot. And then I'll probably just do a little bit of something on that, do some analysis, see what I can do with a small personal account, and I'll probably even do it on stream. But I probably won't I won't trade my live funded account from next week onwards, probably. So that'll probably be my last week trading it. What about you, Smears? You said this week's your last trading week.
This week is the last. I'll try to squeeze some profits, to be honest. I'll try to push it. I might can get in drawdown also. I'm aware about it. But I
Mm-hmm.
have made almost close to five-figure payout, so I'm okay with it. So I'll try to push account this week, secure one payout, then withdraw at the next week because I think my payout date is this week onwards, this week only. I have requested one payout from Fivers already, so which will be coming in a day or two. So I have some buffer, so I can risk some money, some accounts here and there this week. So let's
Yeah,
see.
nice. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, dude, I'd be the same. If I managed to secure a 5 figure payout on this account, I probably would have put it down this week, if not probably sooner. But I don't know. I'll probably see if I can. I had a flat week in November, or flat month in November. Sorry. So probably see if I can squeeze a little bit of profit out. But if I'm not seeing anything, again, it's Christmas markets. It's December, Christmas markets. Plus we got the Fed rate coming out in Wednesday, so that's going to be interesting in 2 days' time. So I think we're just going to have super low volatility. We may have quite a volatile day Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think that's going to be us until Christmas. I always find
Yeah,
January's good trading.
yeah. January is decent month. Exactly.
Yeah. I always struggle with December. When you said that you hit some big months in December, I was like, damn, nice. I don't. Like
No,
December
it
for
was
me.
2 years back. 2 years back, it was.
Yeah, fair. Okay, that's a fair point. 2 years back, I had my best month, and that was a January. That was an 18% month.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm.
I think I should start a live account also because I'm kind of a pro firm guy from day one, and I don't like the idea of a personal account.
Hmm.
Trading it consistently, but I have deposit few bucks here and there, 100, 200 bucks here and there. Try to, I'm not gonna lie, risk heavy amount on those numbers. But I think I should build a consistent track record. With the prop firms you cannot do it, because if you hit it the 10% drawdown, you have to buy
I
a
was
new
going to say,
account.
yeah, one minute you got the
Yeah,
account, and then you don't, and then the only thing that you've got to
yeah,
show for it is the journal, and you could make that up.
exactly. So that's what I am looking into. Probably next year I'll start a personal account. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, yeah, fair. I don't blame you. I've got
That
personal
also I
accounts.
plan. That also I'm planning to fund with the funded account. With
Yeah,
the
well,
funded
I
account.
actually spoke about that in London, 2024, I think. I think 2024 was my first year as a public speaker, and it was
Okay.
back in March 2024, and it was talking about the future of prop firms, and basically
Do
just
you
like,
trade futures, as you just mentioned, the futures?
do I trade futures?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, I don't. I've looked at it. I know a few of the boys getting into futures, and
Yeah, I was asking Rich about it. So he also was a forex guy. I was a forex guy also, to be honest. But nowadays, I'm seeing people, hitting crazy numbers on futures. So I'm just waiting for our the fivers futures. Once we
yeah,
have it,
100%. I think I'm gonna wait for the Fivers futures
that
because
will be a big
yeah,
reason also, to
yeah, that's gonna be exciting, man. I'm
yeah,
really looking forward to it. Like so many of the people are like, well, when's the Fivers futures coming out? Well, when's the Fivers futures coming out? I'm like, bro, I don't know because if I did know, I'd be excited too. you know?
yeah. We are working on it in the back end. So just
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know it's coming really soon.
yeah,
I don't know when though. They won't tell me when, just in case I accidentally slip up with the date, probably.
yeah.
But
We
yeah,
get too
I know.
excited and we then just spill all the secret.
yeah, no, I am super excited for the futures to come out because I've looked at futures and I want to explore futures, but I think I'm just I'm a guy with trust issues, especially when it comes to prop firms. So there's a real small handful of prop firms that that I trade with, and when it comes to futures, I feel like so many firms are just trying to shove futures
Yeah,
in your face, and they're like, "Futures, here's accounts, futures." Whereas what I love about the Fivers is they don't care, man. They take their time. They're like, "Oh
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
everyone
Those
can
are
go push the futures and push the
yeah,
accounts. We're gonna take our time and do it properly." And that's why I'm so excited for the Fivers futures to come out because I know when it comes out it's gonna be good. So I'm like, when the Fivers release their futures, I think then I'll start looking at exploring the futures on a serious level.
yeah. Same goes for me.
Yeah.
I think there was a time when there was a lot of prop firms, here and there popping out almost every day. So I remember I was having probably $7,000 secured from a prop firm. Actually, it was the fivers only. I remember. So I invested almost 80% of their money in this new prop firms, and almost a week after that, my money just vanished. I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, I don't even have the chance to trade that account. So, I had some personal experiences, guys. So, always go with the reputable one. You don't have
Yeah.
any problem with the payouts. And at the Fivers, we have zero payout denials, and we are operating since 2016. I think that
Yeah.
is enough for you to choose the Fivers, because when you trade with us, you don't have to worry about payouts here and there, these hidden rules, all these profits. I'm not gonna be, going too much. Oh wow.
2016. Dude, that's 10 years. We got our 10-year anniversary this year coming. That's insane, man. That I think the only prop that's competing with that is FTMO.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's
exactly.
the only other prop firm that's remotely as old as the Fivers. I mean, look, I could be wrong, but I'm sure that's the case. And that, like I said, I'm sorry, FTMO who? I'm joking, guys. I'm not slamming any prop firms. Like I said, I always say to people, don't take my word for it. Go test them. You go
Yeah,
test.
yeah, I go for that.
Go test other prop firms, but I can promise you, we'll see you very shortly. Because
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
sorry, you
find you
can't.
here only. We are here. and you will find us here only. And
Yeah,
even we are trading with the fibers. We are not just
yeah.
here.
Well, you can see up
Just
here.
live streams here and there. If we had some, some problems with the payouts or anything like that, we wouldn't be here. We love the fibers. We are working with them. That is the main reason. I'm sure you
Yeah.
was a trader as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like so many people will say to me like, "Oh, well, why the fivers?" Because have you seen? Well, again, have you seen their conditions? Have you seen their support? Have you seen just the way the company presents itself? The CEO, Sal, comes onto stream
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
think once you get
most weeks.
profitable, once our viewers, they are watching us, once you get profitable, then there is a thing when you have to, when you have to be sure about the platform, when you have to choose the right one. So then you will, know our feelings, what we are trying to tell you guys. Then you will come to that point. Maybe right now you are beginners, you are, seeing all these firms here and there. But once you have the experience, once you are securing payouts here and there, then you will see the difference.
Mm. In fact, I'm actually going to bring up real quick. I'm just going. Sorry, Remy. I'm just going to bring up my screen real quick. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to. This is the current account that I'm trading right now. So when people say like, well, why are you going to put the account down? Well, why haven't you like just bought a new account? Guys, this is a live funded $100,000 account that I passed phase one and phase two live on stream, went into drawdown live on stream, and clawed from 7% or 7.5% down to 1.3% down live on stream since September. You can go all the way back to September ish, like maybe late August, September, and watch me stream from then to now and watch me claw all that back. So it's been a hard journey, but this is why I'm taking this account so seriously, is because it is a live funded account.
Yeah, it takes a lot of, lot of development, the mindset here and there, the way you are, you are taking trades on this account, low risk here and there. When you got into the drawdown, I am learning from you a lot by seeing your journey, like how you recover the account. You got in a drawdown
Mm.
7%. I don't know if you are a regular viewer, guys. If you have seen Will here, man, that is really amazing. Even on the live stream, man, that is just
Mhm.
so. I just think about it.
I do not trade this account
That
often.
is game changer. When it
Yeah,
just
I
blows my
know.
mind. It is just, it blows my mind, man. To be honest, I don't even have the words.
Dude, like, do you know what? Sometimes it takes someone like yourself, Samir, to remind me how impressive that is, because I'm not that impressed by it. Like, again, very much like we say to the guys, once you pass your first account, it'll be like, oh yeah, pass the account. You get excited, but then you get bored of it because your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth account is just boring. Whereas like now, like I clawed from 7% in drawdown to where I am now only on stream. Like I passed phase one, phase two, drawdown recovery, and hopefully pay out very shortly in the new year. I've managed to do all that live on stream, and I refuse to trade this account unless I am live in front of you guys.
Yeah, that take a lot of patience.
Yeah, man,
That take a lot of, mindset
it's yeah,
development. Even
it's been a
I'm
journey.
learning from you, the way you are, doing this
Appreciate
thing.
that.
It's really good.
Yeah, dude, it's been a hell of a journey, but mate, it's worth it. It is worth it because it shows people that this is possible. And I
Yeah,
think it's transparency, and it shows traders at their best and at their worst. I've shown you take losses. I've shown myself taking losses. I've shown myself taking wins. I've gotten emotional. I've gotten negative emotion, positive emotion, flat emotion. I've done it ill. I've done it. I've explained when I've come on feeling a bit groggy. Guys, I'm on a demo account today. I've shown what it really takes to be a full time funded trader. And I hope that I've managed to show most of the people who are regular watchers that
yeah,
it's not always bells and whistles. It's not always the easiest job in the world.
yeah. We should clip out, the way You brought the account back up. We should have the clips and we should put a
Dude, that
YouTube
would be
video on
super
it.
cool. That would be super cool. Like
Yeah,
make like a montage.
yeah.
A montage of
It
just me
will
like
be the
ripping my
first
hair out
trader
one week.
coming out of drawdown. Because many traders, once they are in a huge drawdown, they are like, account is gone, and they take reckless trades here and there to recover that. That is the thing which most traders do.
Yeah.
And you basically did the opposite of it, which,
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
human, we want quick, we are greedy. We want quick success. We don't want to put in the work. We don't want to work on psychology and all. So that's really hats off to you, man.
I appreciate that, man. Like the thing is, though, what sort of person would I be if if I preached it to you guys and I was like, "Oh, guys, you got to remember psychology. You're in it for the long run." And dude, I was so tempted just to absolutely full margin this account. I was so tempted just to think, "Screw it, risk 3%." That's all I got left in my drawdown. Risk 3%, and let's still find an A+ setup, but let's risk 3% and just see what happens. And I thought to myself, I was like, "But
How
what
you
does that
tackle that
say?"
thing? How
Huh?
you tackle that thing with the self-talk? How you tackle that thing with the self-talk?
I just said to myself, I was like, what sort of person does that display to others? I was like, look, I've done all this live on stream, so if I'm going to full margin it, I'm going to full margin it on stream as well. And I thought, but like, what does that say about me? It tells everyone that I just do as I say, not as I do. I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to practice what I preach, and I want to show people that I'm like, will tell you what to do. Will say, guys, psychology is the most important. Discipline, patience, psychology, all that is really important. And then go full margin and blow his account. Well, that doesn't show anything. That just shows he's no better than every other person who just thinks screw the account now, just go get another and try and pass it. There's no value in that. Whereas if I thought
Yeah,
to myself, you know what? No, I'm going to show everyone that it's hard and it's a grueling journey, but it's doable no matter what you do. Like no matter who you are, how good you are at trading, okay, yeah, you may be unlucky and you may blow the account, but if I'm going to blow the account, I'm going to blow it due to the fact that I've stuck to my strategy and I've had a drawdown stage, not due to the fact that I thought, screw it, F the account. And I'm going to prove that to everyone out there, and I'm going to show you how good of a trader I am.
yeah,
And
that
I think
takes
that's
a
what
real
motivated
courage,
me.
to be honest.
Yeah, and I think that's what really motivated me to keep going.
That's really good. That's fascinating. Even I'm learning a lot of things from you, as I mentioned. And that's, I think, we all should do. We should learn
100%.
from each other who is doing better than us in maybe certain aspect of life. Can be fitness, can be trading, can be relationship wise, can be anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think everyone has something different to offer.
Yeah, exactly.
And like yourself, Samir, I learn so much from each and every single person on stream. Like I learn things from Victor. I learn things from yourself. I haven't streamed enough with you or watched enough of you to take on board enough of what you say. But every time I jump on stream, either with you or like you're like just slightly after me, I'll stick around and
Yeah, yeah.
listen. Everything you say, I'm like, dude, this guy, man, like what an awesome trader. Same goes with Victor. Victor's an awesome trader.
Yeah,
Dirk,
Victor is nice too.
I've streamed a couple of times with Dirk, and the way he analyzes stuff. LJ, every single guy that in fact, Anastasia as well, not just guys. I generalize terms. Every single host that we've got and co-host that we've got behind the scenes in the Fivers are fantastic traders, and we can learn a lot from each other. And if you think that, oh yeah, I got nothing to learn, you don't belong here, man. Like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm the best, I'm not going to learn anything from my hosts and co-hosts and the people I work with, dude, you don't belong in the Fivers.
Yeah, exactly. Even the way we operate, it is really different,
Yeah,
different
it's
than
just
most of the
growth.
people.
Yeah,
We are
exactly that.
focusing on the right thing. Maybe people find it, I don't know how you see it, but we are taking you in the right way. We are showing you the right path. Nobody will show you here, this is the way you can make tens of thousands of dollars, because that doesn't exist. And that's what we are trying to,
I think
that's
like
what we are trying.
prop firms have two ways of marketing, and you have certain prop firms. that'll be like, whoa, look at our traders. $100,000 dollar payout traders. Oh, $50K dollar payout traders. Oh my god, these traders, they do nothing but succeed on our platform, you know. Okay, fair. That's a marketing strategy. But the fivers, man, they're a different breed. They're like, yeah, people get paid 20K payouts. Yeah, people get paid 10K payouts. But these guys are live every single day showing you how they trade. You know, it hits different. You know, there's a vast variety, like a massive variety of different types of traders trading for the fivers every single day live, where you can ask us whatever you want. Dude, if that doesn't prove enough, I don't know what does. Because it not only that, they show, like, guys, yeah, there are people out here getting multi 5-figure payouts with the fivers, but there are also people who trade every single day. They're real full-time traders, just trading in front of you every single day, like normal human beings. Not all of them get it. You know, like I don't get 5-figure payouts every time I get a payout. I'll be honest with you guys. There's no point in lying. I've been in drawdown on this account for pretty much all of 2025. You know, so for me, this has been very difficult. However, I'm still standing here showing you this is the realism of being a trader. It's not always 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, 100K payout days. Sometimes it's almost a 12-month drawdown and a grueling uphill journey to get out of drawdown. Samir, your camera's gone, mate. you.
Camera is gone. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it is. My camera's battery is down. Let me change the battery.
No worries.
Just give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, man. I was going to say, Samir, what's happened? You're a grey background. Someone's saying, why did the fivers change website design? The new design and dashboard looks horrible, especially the color scheme you used used too pathetic. Dude, I love it. I love the color, man. But I mean, look, everyone's different, I suppose. Why did they go with a redesign? I don't know. I don't have the privilege of being that part of the company, so I'm not sure, man. I love the new design. I think it looks awesome, but I don't know. Maybe they just felt like a fresh new look. I don't know. Not everyone's gonna love it. You know, their accounts are what you should love, not necessarily the design of their website. But I mean, look, I suppose your opinion's valid on it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I don't know. It's okay. Like I said, their accounts are what we're aiming for, not the look of the website, I suppose. What's the best account to get? High stakes or boot camp? Honestly, my opinion, high stakes. It's the account that I've got right now. Boot camp's great. Hyper growth is also a fantastic module to get. But man, I prefer the high stakes, and you know, it's what I sort of started my prop journey on, and I don't think I'll move around that. I'll probably just stay to a high stakes. Just stick to what you know.
Yeah, same goes for me. I like the two-step account
Yeah.
and the drawdown. We get 10% drawdown, so we can give more chances to a trade. That's how I see it.
I did like the idea of the reverse thing. I like the idea of that.
I don't like the idea because I would like the bad news first and the good news after the bad news.
Fair. I like that. No, I like that. You get like the you get the uphill. You like the saying goes, eat the frog first. You know, you do all
Yeah,
your hard work and you gym in the morning, and then you relax for the evening.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I rate that. I know part of me likes it, but I suppose maybe I like it because I don't have to do it. Because if I was to purchase an account again, I probably wouldn't purchase the flipped account. I'd probably go 8 and 5 instead of 5 and 8. But I don't know. That again, that's personal preference. But I think it's pretty cool to
Yeah,
give the option.
that is a unique thing actually.
Yeah, you got a cool comment here. I
I'm a
am
great
a
trader.
great trader looking for a good prop firm, and I have been using y'all for a week, and I love it. That is awesome that you're a great trader, but we're not a good prop firm. we're a brilliant prop firm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You stole my words.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. I'm glad that you love us, man. Yeah, I love us as well. That's why I'm here. I love the fivers. They're the best accounts. You know, they are. I like I said, I've got accounts hooked up as a slave on the back of these accounts, and they just they don't quite hit the same. Like I check the P&L at the end of the week, and I'm like, it's slightly different because like just the executions, the spreads, the commissions, they're just not as good. It's but yeah, you can tell yourself, you know, you love us. So I'm glad that you like the accounts, man. That it means a lot. Can't wait to get a payout. Awesome stuff. Let me know what account have you got? What account and where are you at with your journey? Dude, what would be really cool is if you can get like a nice fat payout. Get a nice fat payout, and we'll bring you on stream because I do all the trader interviews. So it'd be cool if you can get like a nice big fat payout, and I'll bring you on stream, and we'll do a bit of an interview together. I think that'd be really cool. Thanks for being
Yeah,
here.
that'll be
Don't
awesome.
forget to like and subscribe. Road to 100k continues. That's a fair point, guys. If you haven't already, actually, let's see if we can get 50 likes minimum before we end today. We've got 39. Okay, let's get 11 likes before we close off for the day now. And yeah,
Oh,
smash
we are
that.
almost at the end of the stream.
Yeah, I
To
know.
be
It's
honest,
8:05.
I didn't notice, man. To be honest, I was enjoying the stream.
Time flies when you're having fun, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, gold's dropping, by the way. Have you checked gold out?
I don't trade gold. I like this trade. I'm in the trade. I forgot to mention. I'm in this buys. Why I got in the trade? 15-minute demand area. If I draw my Fibonacci from here to here, 70% retracement. EMA is going up. We failed to take this high, so this can be the potential target before we drop further. I know we have a trendline liquidity, but I think we will take this high out first. And what can we target? We can be this can be the target maybe. If I try to extend my target, maybe 1 hour order block or supply demand zone, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is a fair value gap, so this can be my target. Let's go to the 1 minute. Okay, yeah, my target is right there. And why I like this trade? Because of the slow momentum, as you can see. you know from here, momentum was good, but now we are fading away. I do think we're gonna break to the upside, but let's see what price is gonna do.
Yeah, nice. It's a shame that we're coming to the end now because I would have liked to have traded gold. Gold looks really nice. It's dropping.
Let's see
Uh,
gold. Oh
finally
wow,
dropping out of that range. In fact, so is Euro USD finally dropping out of the
we draw
range.
this trend line. Yeah, we broke this trend line also.
GU I probably would have taken a stop on had I traded this.
I closed the trade, man, to be honest.
Yeah, nice. I don't
I was
blame
in
you.
0.5% risk, but I did a self talk, and I was like, I don't trade forex, man. What are you doing? So
Yeah,
I was like, let's just put risk into my trading plan. What is trading NAS 100 on NYSE? So I removed the risk from there and I put it here. I'm comfortable with my risk here rather than on GU.
yeah, absolutely. Right, guys. Unfortunately, that is the end, but we will be back tomorrow. Guys,
Yeah,
six more likes. Six more likes. 50 likes minimum. Let's smash it out. And if you haven't already, road to 100k continues. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you click that bell notification. And I shall hand over to Samir to finish up.
yeah, lovely stream, and thank you guys for sticking to the end, of course. And make sure you like this stream, and see you tomorrow with the same energy, with the same mindset, and let's grow together. With that being said, guys, take care. Bye bye.